COVID-19 was an exposure.
Hey!
Look, there were many people that their relationship scattered because of lockdown.
I'm telling you.
Because it just revealed that you guys have nothing
in common
to offer each other.
Yeah. Hey guys, you're welcome back to my channel. If you're a new subscriber or if this is your first time watching my video, my name is Nneoma Odidi and I make videos on faith, love and general life. And if you're a returning subscriber, you're very much welcome. Don't mind how I'm smiling anyhow. That's because I'm not alone here. As you can see, there's a new face beside me and this is my husband, Reverend YEHUDAH Odidi, and I'll allow him to introduce himself. So
okay. So my name is YEHUDAH Odidi. I am Nneoma's husband and thank you very much for having me on your channel.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for agreeing to do this with me as well.
Of course.
It means a lot.
Of course, that's okay. My pleasure as well.
Okay, so for today's video, we're going to be talking about how can I identify the one. Like, how do I know that this person I'm with or this person I'm in a relationship, how do I know that they are the one? So let's head right into the video.
The first thing I'd like to speak on is there such a thing as the one? Is there actually just one person for everybody in this world? Like, you have just one partner, one soulmate, and if you miss that person, you have missed the love of your life forever. No, I do not believe that there is such a thing as the one.
Neither do I.
Okay. So that's why someone can marry and then even if they lose their spouse, they can just marry again, right? There's not the one or the two. There's just the person that is right for you.
It also has to do with the right time. I believe that at a specific time, there's somebody that God has prepared for you. So if that person should say they don't want to play that role in your life, I believe that God can raise up someone else that can play that role.
Yeah, that actually happened in the Bible, right? When Abraham's servant went to get a wife for Isaac and he got Rebecca. He wanted to leave immediately and he said, oh, let her stay with us for a longer period of time first, you know, let her say her bye-byes. And he said, look, is she going with me or not? If she's not, let me move on, carry my gifts that I've already given you, I collect them back, go somewhere else, God will give me another one, right? So, how do we identify this right person for you? The first thing is, you have to have a relationship with God. To be able to hear what God has to say about the one for you, you actually have to be able to hear God.
Yes.
So have you developed a relationship with God where you can hear Him, hear His voice, know His leading, know what He's saying, know what He's not saying? You
have to realize that while marriage is very, very important, it's not the only aspect of your life. So you have to have a track record of hearing God for other aspects of your life before you now say, oh God, I want to know your will for my marital destiny. So one way that you can know someone is the one for you is by the leading of God. God can lead you to someone and say, oh, this is the person for you. And you can just have that sense of certainty that this person and I are meant to be together.
Like, I kind of sensed about my wife, about Nneoma, right from secondary school where we first met, that, yeah, there's something about the two of us. I just had a knowing inside me. I just knew that this person and I, we click. I knew that we matched on a soul level, if I may put it like that.
Yeah. So let us know in the comment section if you'd like for us to do a video about how we met, where we can give you the gist and nitty-gritties of the, you know, how we came to be Mr. and Mrs. Odidi. Yeah.
Alright.
And we'll look into it.
Okay, so
second
point, moving on to the second point is, are they a believer? God will never lead you to marry someone who is not a believer. It's just not His way. In His dealings with the Israelites, He always told them to come out, you know, from other tribes and nations. And the point of that was to teach them and to teach us too in our times today that, look, to be a Christian means to be holy, means to be separate. distinguished, unique, right? And the implication of that is that we don't mix with people who are not like us, right? So the Bible in the New Testament also says what relationship is there between light and darkness.
Marriage is meant to be a mirror that shows the relationship that Christ has with the church. So if your intention is to play a role in mirroring that here on earth, then why would you want to do that with somebody who doesn't know Christ and is not a part of his church? It's not just going to work. So that's why God cannot lead you to get married to somebody who is not a believer. Another way that you can identify that someone is the one for you is that you are going to see fruit of the Spirit in their lives. Now, it's one thing for someone to say that they are a believer, and then it's another thing for someone to actually be a believer, like be a genuine believer. Exactly. The qualities that make a good spouse or a good partner are the same qualities that make a good Christian. This person that you are considering getting married to, what's their character like? Do they claim to be believers, but yet they are very manipulative? Are they rude? Do they use abusive words on you whenever you guys have a disagreement? You know, are they violent? In fact, if you are in a relationship with a violent person, please, as one of my mentors will say, if you are looking for a sign that that's not the one for you, I am your sign. This is it. I'm the sign. They are not the one for you, because you are just walking into a death trap. That's just the truth. So what's their character like? You know, are they malicious? Every time you guys have a misunderstanding, they don't speak to you. They go AWOL on you for a month or a week. I've heard stories like that. It may sound like far-fetched, but I've actually seen that. Do you understand? Anytime you guys have a disagreement, that's it. You don't hear from them. So these are things that you are going to have to watch out for you to make that decision on whether someone is right for you, and not just how you feel about them or the butterflies in your stomach and things like that. So you're going to know them by their fruits. Now, I know that nobody is perfect, so I'm not saying that the person has to be perfect. Nobody is perfect. But there has to be a consistency in character. Like, in general, what's their character like generally? Do you get? And then also, let it not be that they treat you nicely, but then they are beasts to other people around them. It's because someone can pretend with you because you are their flavor of the moment. You know, you are the current flavor, so they can treat you nicely, treat you specially, but then they are rude and mean. In fact, I was in a situationship with someone like that. This person would treat me like an angel, treat me like a queen, make me feel so special. And then one time we went to a fast food restaurant, and then this person was just shouting at the waitresses. What do they call them? The people who serve you at the counter. You like using foul words, you know. And even the people around this person, people that worked for him and worked with him, this person was just so mean to them, like 90% of the time. And guess what? It was only a matter of time before he started to treat me the same way that he was treating those people. So it's one thing for them to treat you nicely, and then they treat everyone else in a mean way.
Now, I would like to point out that fruits are qualities of a mature tree. An immature tree doesn't bear fruit.
Very true.
Right? So best believe that marriage requires a certain level of maturity before someone can be ready to step into it. Are they mature enough to be able to handle the requirements of marriage, which pretty much is love? It's love. True. Have they learned what real agape love is in all its implications, the fullness of its implications? Go through 1 Corinthians 13 from verse 1, the first quality to the very last quality. Has he understood? Does he possess each and every single one of those? Because if he doesn't,
or is he walking towards them at least, and then you can see you know the signs in their lives?
He's working at it actively. He's aware of them. He accepts them. Right? He may still have imperfections and flaws, but he doesn't accept those imperfections as normal. It's normal. It's okay. No,
that's how I am.
He agrees that it's wrong, and he's working to overcome it and change it, right? To get it out of his life. Okay, But if not, then that's already a sign that that person is not ready.
Yeah, honestly.
They're not ready.
And then what's their stance on sexual purity? What's their stance on waiting for marriage? Are they claiming to be born again, but then they're saying, you can't buy the car without testing the milk or something like that, or you have to test drive the car first or something like that? That's one way that you can just know that, this person, I need to run away from them. So you have to be sure that they are willing to follow the principles laid out in the Bible. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to be easy, or they may not have times of weakness, but you have to know their overall stance and see that they are actively taking steps to ensure that they follow that path.
Yeah. The next time that someone tells you you must test the car before you buy it, tell him that we walk by faith, not by sight. The just shall live by faith. Blessed is he that believes and has not yet seen.
Preach.
Hey!
So what's the next point?
Alright, so on to the next point. The next point is compatibility. Both of you have to be compatible. Now, it's not enough that this person is a believer, even a genuine believer. So what's my brother? So what's my sister? Does that mean that you should now marry a believer that you don't like, a believer that you're not attracted to, a believer that you don't enjoy? You know, you're a bubbling person, you like someone that can vibe with you on that same level of, liveliness, and reciprocate, or at least receive that liveliness, but then you're stuck with someone who is just solemn, cold, almost stoic, right? Or if you're the stoic kind of person and this person is just like mosquito in your ear, you want someone that is serious with life and about life, not too much jokes. We need someone focused, driven, and all of that. So that's what I'm referring to as compatibility. How well do your personalities match? How well do both of you get along? Do you enjoy this person, right? COVID-19 was an exposure.
Hey!
Look, there were many people that their relationship scattered because of lockdown.
I'm telling you.
Because it just revealed that you guys have nothing
in common
to offer each other. That's what it means. You don't really have a lot in common to be able to sustain that relationship. You have nothing to offer each other. So this person is not your type, and you are not their type.
So if they take away all the activities,
all the distractions
to the movies and things like that, and then they just put both of you in one room and say, talk, converse, you guys should just be looking at each other
like no, that's a legit test. Take away phone, take away internet, take away film, take away going out to eat out, or you can go to a nice place, but the point is nothing else, no other person, no group, just two of you doing nothing but talking.
Can you guys sustain it?
How long can you go?
Will it flow, or will you just be bored?
At the end of the day, would you be like, this has been the most awkward day of my life ever? Or would you be like, wow, it has been 20 hours already.
Exactly. What they say, time flies when you're having fun
and enjoy yourself. So that is also something to look out for, because best believe it, in marriage, what do you think you guys are going to be doing? You are going to be living in the same house, lockdown, right? It's just two of you. Nepa will take light, right? There will be times that, even if you want to distract yourself with movies and internet and all of that,
for how long?
That is not a good foundation for a relationship. A relationship thrives on communication. It builds the relationship. The more you exchange, the more there's mutual exchange. You are exchanging your experiences, your joys, your and sharing activities. Those things build up relationship. But if you are living in isolation, because you guys are not compatible, she can't enjoy what I'm doing. I like music, she doesn't understand. She's like, I'm just doing jargon. I'm just making noise. She likes art and I don't get it. Or this person is just too serious for me and all of that, right? Okay.
And that's why it's also important that what's keeping both of you together is not the physical aspect. That's why it's also important that you eliminate that from your relationship, so you can actually know how compatible both of you are, because physical intimacy gives that illusion.
I wanted you to be specific.
Physical intimacy. It gives that illusion of closeness. It makes you feel closer than you actually are. So make sure that most of what you guys spend your time doing is not like kissing, making out and stuff, like, because you actually feel like you guys are the best of friends, and then it's after the marriage that your eye will now open. Your eyes open to the realities of marriage and life, and then you realize that, oh, we are not as compatible as we thought.
I want to also speak on this attraction, right?
Yeah.
As spiritual as marriage and relationship is to mirror God himself and all of that, there's the physical involved as well. So you must marry someone that you are sexually attracted to. I mean, you must be able to find this person appealing, attractive. Look, the Bible says that where Adam saw Eve, he said, now this is bone of my bones and flesh. What do you think that what he was saying, right? What do you think he was expressing? You know, what do you think he was expressing? His delight, his appeal. Like, Lord, you nailed it with this one. You know, right? So you don't want to marry someone that you cannot relate with physically. That is going to be very harmful and dangerous. Why? Because sex in marriage, not outside marriage, in marriage is a bond, a glue, right? Meant to strengthen, further unite a relationship, a union, right? And it helps to keep you guys together. It helps to grow you closer together, right? It has so many uses and purposes, right? And if this person cannot be able to, you know, get themselves into that, like, it kind of loses all its essence when they don't find you attractive. It then becomes hard for all these things to play out in that relationship.
So don't manage the person you're with. Make sure you're attracted to them. Don't be with them because your friends say, oh, you guys are cute together, you guys are a good match, or your parents set both of you up, or even your pastor set both of you up together, but you're not really attracted to each other, or you are with them because they possess all the other qualities that we have mentioned, but you still don't find them attractive. If you don't find them attractive, and then you've tried for a while and done everything you can, and you still don't find them attractive, then that might just be a sign that they are not for you. You know, I think I got a question, you know, someone asked and said, oh, can God lead me to somebody that I'm not attracted to? And honestly speaking, I don't believe that God will. Even if you were not attracted to the person before, I believe that God, if he's the one that led you to that person, he would develop, he would develop that attraction in you for that person, you know. It was kind of similar to
don't be angry.
You know, it was similar to us, you know. We were friends for a while and everything, but when God opened my eyes, even the gates of hell could not prevail against it. Do you get?
I don't know how I feel about that.
So yeah, make sure that you agree on similar things, you know, like who will do the dishes at home. As a guy, you know, are you okay with doing the dishes? Are you okay with cooking? Are you okay with cleaning? Do you get? Are you okay with assisting your wife? So you guys have to agree on these key things. Do both of you agree on the kind of environments that you like to live in? You know, even in your Christian faith, is one of you can go to a liberal church, one of you can go to a conservative church. You know, you hear some people say things like, oh, I can never marry someone who goes to this church or that church. So if you hear your partner say something like that, and neither of you are willing to compromise on these aspects, that may be a sign that both of you are not meant to be. Like, it's not going to work. Exactly, don't force it.
The thing in this whole process, you know, how did they say it now? Like a rule of thumb, is don't force anything. Like, allow the relationship to dictate for you. Like, let it speak for itself. You know, let it reveal itself. Don't force anything. If this is what it is saying, accept that and go with it. Right? So this is the part where you guys should discuss everything that will happen in marriage. Like, that's how you get to know what his values are, and he gets to know what your values are. Right? Who will wash plates? Who will sweep? This is me. Me, I don't like this. I don't like that. Me, I don't believe in this. Me, I don't believe in that. As a guy, does he believe that a woman should serve him his food on her knees.
Very
Let's believe that there are
important.
people like that, right?
True.
And look, that doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with that person. Some of these beliefs and values, there's nothing wrong with them. That's just their culture, how they grew up, you know, cultural differences, right?
Yeah.
So you just have to decide whether that is okay for you. You guys, are you okay with the values going, you know, the things going on between you guys, or is it a no-no? Is it a
Yeah.
deal breaker for you?
Yeah.
Right? That is also something that will help you to reveal whether that person is the one
For you
know.
or not.
Right.
Yeah. So we've come to the end of today's video, and we hope you enjoyed it. And yeah.
And if you enjoyed it, you can let us know in the comment section.
Yeah.
Please remember to give the video a thumbs up. It helps also. It helps our the channel, right?
Yeah.
If you enjoyed this video and you like this kind of content, you like to hear more, you like to see more, then you can hit the subscribe button and subscribe to this channel. Click the notification button. It looks like a bell, right? It will help you to notify you anytime that we have dropped a new video, released new content, so that you'll be up to date, right? And then interact with us. If you have questions, you know, you can also let us know in the comment section below.
Yes, and another way that you can support us is by sharing.
Please share.
Please share if you enjoyed it, if this was impactful to you, if you got something out of this video, please share it. Share with as many people as you can share it with, and we would very much appreciate it.
Yes, please help us to share it to people who you also believe needed this. This is actually like one of the main reasons why we're doing this, right? To help get these lessons, these messages to people who need them. So you will be assisting us by sharing this. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
So see you guys in the next video.
See you next video.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.